Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Rachel and I'm a huge Eurovision fan as well as a musician. In today's video, the time has come for me to react to Cyprus's entry for this year's contest, Liar by Silia Kapsis, so I'm excited to hear what's been brought to the table. Last year with Cyprus was not one of my favourites, unfortunately. I thought the song was quite generic, not my cup of tea, but also just objectively looking at the music, I didn't find too many things going on in there that were interesting or kind of groundbreaking. So I hope Cyprus this year have brought something a bit more interesting to the table. Just as a forewarning as well for this video, there's going to be a lot of jump cuts because typically Panic Records tends to copyright the video quite badly. So in order to get this video up properly, there'll be a lot of jump cuts. So I'll just keep the important bits in to my reaction. I'm excited and stay tuned to the end. I'll score the song out of 10, give a bit of musical analysis and commentary as per usual, and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to be making lots more Eurovision reactions to come, which I'm excited about. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. Dramatic. I like her outfit actually. Interesting, okay. Okay. Right. Okay, first musical thoughts on this. I'd say there is quite an excessive use of brass in here. I like the fact that there's brass in here, like sort of swelling horn section they've got going on, French horn. And it's coming in every now and then to kind of really punctuate the beat of the song and really kind of give it this sort of in your face, slap in the face feel. Very, you know, gutsy and ballsy sound. And I do think the vocal seems pretty sharp in here, as in not melodically sharp, as in it's standing out, like it has a sharp quality to it. Yeah, it's kind of at the forefront. But so far I just don't feel personally moved by this at all. It's not done anything for me and I don't quite know why. I do think there's an excessive use of brass instrument. It's kind of coming in way too much, so it's kind of been overused, so it's lost its perhaps charm in a way. Let's see how it continues though. I'm feeling like ooh la la. Now I know that you think should've known that you are a liar, but I look the other way, but you act too nice. It's catchy. I can hear a tiny bit of Cypriot flavour in there in the background, but I'd like it to be louder, I think. I think I worked out why it's not doing anything for me. I think it's perhaps the production is overproduced, where it sounds good. I think the production sounds good, but there's nothing real sounding about it. I think those brass instruments are potentially pre-recorded or like generated by a computer. The only real thing is her voice in this. This could have done with a guitar, a classical sounding guitar, maybe just something to bring it more to life, like a tangible piece of music. This just sounds like it could have been completely made on a computer to me. I don't know why, but there's something slightly artificial. The only thing I think is that sounds authentic and sweet and really kind of well crafted is the vocal. But also I think what's happened here is there's a chorus, there's a pre-chorus and there's a pre-pre-chorus and a verse. So there's quite a lot of things kind of crammed in here, all of which are catchy, but perhaps the punch that this needs is missing because there's too many build-ups and build-ups and build-ups and drops. So I'm a bit lost, but not in a good way. With Switzerland, I was lost in a good way. Let's close it out and see how they do this final section. Good harmonies there. Yeah, it's all electronic. Yeah, that ending, okay, so the ending was quite abrupt. They ran out of time. Usually there's a bit more time at the end for a chorus, perhaps an outro, something to kind of bring the song to a conclusion, but there it was sort of like, we have 15 seconds left, what the hell are we going to do with this? Let's throw in like a double chorus and then just end it short. I personally wouldn't have done it that way. I think there was room for this to grow more. Interesting. Yeah, I don't feel overwhelmed and blown away from this one, unfortunately. The thing is with this, like, I'm trying not to let my personal taste get in the way too much, but what they've done here is they've written a pretty good song. It's a pretty good song. They've got lots of ideas, but I feel like these ideas could have been executed so much better if they had just done simple things like use real instruments in there, less kind of production on the electronic side and more have traditional Cypriot sounds coming through. There was like a tiny glimmer of it in the verse. You could really kind of hear some kind of instrument underneath. It wasn't loud enough, and I wish they brought that out a bit more, give it a bit more flavour of the country. That's all. It just felt like it didn't have a personality to it, unfortunately. That's how I'm feeling about it, but I can see that this will definitely have fans. It's just personally not for me, and I like this kind of music. Think of Secret Combination by Calamira. That was completely perfectly nailed because it had real instruments, and even the drums sounded like they were being played by a human. That's the only issue with this. Too much brass punctuating the song way too much, that it kind of lost its steam and appeal quickly. Too many pre-choruses versus pre-choruses, just lots of different things going on, I think, where the point wasn't driven home enough, and then they ran out of time at the end. So, I feel bad about this because the video and the message of the song was quite good, really well executed there. I like the message of the song, but I just felt the music behind it was just not quite enough. So, score out of 10. Ooh.
Don't do it.
5.5. Oh. Yeah. I can't justify it being higher. It's personal opinion, and yeah, I know a lot of people will probably like this, but I've got to be honest. Yeah, I can't score it any higher. I think she's very talented though. I like her voice, and I think this could have been so much better if they had done the things I suggested personally. But let me know down below what you think. Oh, this feels really controversial. Oh, yeah. Let me know down below what you think of this one. Stay tuned for more to come. Yeah. Bye. Please be nice in the comments.